Welcome to part 3, which will probably be the last part because there's not much else to talk about of information, but there are some other things actually, and there might be one more part because actually there's just a little bit more to talk about. Yeah, I get interrupted when I was talking about this. I'm gonna restart. Animals aren't just a backdrop. You can expect to see dogs starting areas and causing the player trouble when they try to sneak past them. Or probably just shoot it. I'm just a little worried that I'm gonna be just walking around and a dog could see me and just be running towards me. But it sounds like it's going to be like Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3, where you'll see like a dog wolf or whatever the name of the animal I'm thinking of is, running towards you and you just shoot it. So it'll probably be like that in GTA 5, so that's probably what I'll just do, just get it. If the player wants to get their hands on one of the more high-end vehicles early in the game, they have to work for it. For instance, Air Force Security won't just let you wander in and steal a jet, they'll give you some serious opposition. It sounds like I'm a bit worried because one of the first things that I want to do in the game is just get a jet and fly around all of the map, because it sounds like the whole kind of main area will be open, but maybe some small kind of areas will be kind of, protected. Not like whole islands like, San Andreas and GTA 4 and pretty much all the other GTA games. So that's one of the first things that I want to do. But it sounds like it's just fly jets. I'm sure I can do that. I just fly around in a helicopter, and there's obviously going to be helicopters in the game because there have been plenty of screenshots of helicopters. I'll just have to figure out where a helicopter is because it took me a while to figure out where the helicopters are in GTA 4 when I first got it, but I'll just look around for one when I want to do that. Weapons are slightly different since we have to find a balance between giving the player freedom and giving them a challenge. Letting players have any weapon they want whenever they want it would make earlier missions something of a challenge and less satisfying. That being said, as the player makes progress through the game, they'll build up a satisfying arsenal. I'm a bit worried about that because I'm a little worried that I won't beat the game, I might get stuck, and I won't have any cool mission, cool guns to just raise hell with, I'm sure it'll be okay. I'm sure I'll get some good guns. Maybe I'll have basic things towards early in the game, like a basic AK-47 or something. But as the game progresses, you get kind of more fancy guns, like what Cheddar has in the artwork that I have in the video right now. He's holding, which is an awesome looking gun. I can't wait to get that. So next up is the last few things to talk about. It's still a lot, but I think it's the last kind of article with an interview information, I guess you could say. So you can't play the entire game as one character. Sometimes you have to do a solo mission as each character to advance a story. I don't really mind that. I'm actually was kind of hoping that would happen, and it did. So I think all 3 characters sound pretty interesting. We don't really know that much about Franklin yet, but I'm sure I like how he has cars and stuff. So, all 3 of them sound pretty interesting. There's going to be no co-op in the story. I said that some missions with all 3 characters you have to switch between them in there and are given the opportunity to choose afterwards, which they already said that. Some of this is stuff that was already said in the game, so I'll try to do this correct, but there's some new information in this as well. You can kill another player when playing as one of the 3. That's pretty obvious, it's pretty much given. Michael can walk around his house and interact with his family, which is, cool, but one thing I was hoping is maybe I could have I could get a character. I could get one thing that'd be funny is have Trevor just be near the house, and then like maybe Michael could be doing something, and I could just and then I could be as Cheddar and just run in Michael's house and just be like, you're on, just shoot stuff. I'm sure you're not allowed to kill the wife and the kids. I mean, I'm sure you're not allowed to, and I won't really do that anyway because who knows what could happen. If I accidentally do, then oops, you know. I just like destroy the TV and the furniture and maybe like plants or something. It'll just be hilarious, but maybe I could do that as Michael or something, but I think it would be kind of funny as Cheddar because he's supposed to be the kind of crazy psychotic character that I like to be as in GTA games. And it says that he can buy new clothes. He's the only one who is mentioned as being able to buy new clothes, but I'm sure you'll be able to buy new clothes as Trevor and Franklin because in one screenshot, Trevor is wearing a blue jacket. I'm sure you can touch new clothes with Franklin and Michael. And Trevor. Where was that? In free roam, you can choose to play which other character you want, which is pretty obvious. Each character from a different part of Los Santos, you can go anywhere you want, which is awesome. I already said that, but you know, it's just cool. Natural motion URFA used just like in GTA 4, Red Dead Redemption, and Max Payne 3. I do not know what that is, but I don't know. Okay. Entire map is open from the beginning. I already said that. It said that there's going to be a few like kind of small protected areas. The majority of it, like the main cities, will be fine. I'm sure some parts of it, which they said later, which I'll say later on, like the last thing that was announced last month in an interview with the creator of the games, said. I'll get to that later. Where was I? Okay. Los Venturas and San Fierro, the two games that are in San Andreas, are not in the game. So there's in Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, there was 3 cities. There was Los Santos, there was Las Venturas and San Fierro, and also Countryside. And GTA 5 is only going to have Los Santos and the surrounding countryside and desert and ocean. But it's still going to be the biggest game ever. Their biggest game ever. I wonder if it's something that's going to be the biggest game ever because all 3 of those games are big and combined it's like huge. So for all we know, it still could not be as big as some games like Skyrim or Just Cause 2 because Just Cause 2 is pretty big. But the problem with Just Cause 2 is that you can't fast travel. And that made traveling to point A to point B pretty boring, and that kind of ruined Just Cause 2 for me. I don't think I have a review for that. It's kind of too late to review because I did like a year ago. So, okay, the downtown area of Los Santos is smaller than Liberty City. I was kind of hoping that it would be as big as Liberty City because the map is so huge, but I guess not. I'm sure there'll be kind of suburbs of Los Santos and kind of smaller areas, but it's a little disappointing, that news, but I'm sure it'll still be big. During the demo, game and switching characters run perfectly without lag. I was a bit worried that with the whole map size, it would be kind of buggy, but it sounds like it's not going to be buggy, so that's good. Swimming underwater is confirmed. Plenty of areas to explore. That's good because I missed swimming underwater from not being GTA 4 from San Andreas, but it's going to be back, which is awesome. There's plenty of boats and hoes, which is awesome too. But there was plenty of boats in GTA 4, so it sounds like there might be even more boats, which is cool. There's going to be internet on smartphone. There's like a mock kind of internet on GTA 4. So it's going to be on the smartphone as well. There's going to be lots of TV shows. There wasn't a lot of TV shows in GTA 4 that you could watch. They mostly did the same thing over and over again. and they weren't really interesting. So I never really used the TV in GTA 4. But there's going to be a lot more things in GTA 5, which is pretty interesting. I'll have to see what happens there. Okay, this one is awesome. When I heard this, I was like, awesome. Okay, Trevor is going to be able to set things on fire when he wants, not just in missions. That is awesome. Like, you could like have a car, and when you're done with it, just blow it up, or maybe go to an abandoned house in something I'm going to something to mention later. You could just blow it up, which sounds, awesome. I cannot wait to just blow things up. It's going to make raising hell in GTA 5 even more fun. So I'm starting to think that I'm going to play as Cheddar the most, even though I like Michael's story the most. But we'll have to see what happens. Each character has his own inventory and money, subject to change before release though. So I'm sure you could have like I could be playing as Michael and have a whole bunch of money, and that you'd switch to each other and be broke. So I actually pretty like that feature because it's a bit more realistic. And there's going to be no CJ. I mean, in GTA San Andreas, you played as a character named CJ, Carl Johnson, and I was kind of hoping that he would return in the game. And when I first saw the Demon Form recover, which is pretty much the wallpaper that's in this video, just used more as a wallpaper, trying to fit the wallpaper theme. I thought that was I thought that Franklin was CJ. I was like, oh yes, CJ's back. But then when there was a new guy, I was like, oh, okay. That was the point. I thought it was CJ, but it's not CJ, and it's not going to be in the game, which is a little bit disappointing. And there's going to be no characters from Grand Theft Auto 3, Vice City, or San Andreas, which kind of sucks, but there's going to be a few familiar faces from GTA 4 that we'll visit, and Nico will not be one of them. There's going to be a variety of races, including cars, bikes, triathlons. I don't care that the racing in GTA 4, even though it was unnecessary except for a few times, it was still fun. They're still working on the wanted system. I mean, all GTA games have a wanted system, like, when you just do crazy crime stuff. And Rockstar didn't answer when asked if Xbox or PS3 will have multiple discs. And I kind of hope it doesn't. This is the last thing that said, which is very cool. I mean, this is pretty much the last thing that they announced last month, and they ended it on a pretty good note. I mean, it's not as mind-blowing as the map size or the other thing that I said, or being able to blow things up whenever you wanted, but it's still very cool. So when the creator of GTA games was asked whether or not GTA 5 will have multiple cities, he said no, but he did. And something which is pretty cool, but I cannot say it right now because I'm running out of time to make this, and I'll probably be talking and not recording. I don't know it, so there's going to be one more part where I talk about this. So yeah, stay tuned for part 4.